Okay, good morning. In the last video, we talked about just the value of this single stat page and what we could use it for. Today, we're going to talk about filling it out, and I'm going to train you on how to do that. Let's get down to business here. We've got a match here that's just a full match that was recorded on the internet. I just grabbed that. It's a high school match. These players are much like some of the high school players that you'll see this year. Let's go ahead and we'll just start filling in some information here. So images, tools, let's go A. We'll start filling things in. Date. Let's go February the 8th today. And conditions, we're going to go windy, and let's keep filling in more stuff. Down here we've got Sam in the red hat, so we're going to call him Sam Red. And over here we've got Griff. And let's make this guy from, let's make him Weber. And let's make this guy a Northridge Knight, NHS. Okay, let's go ahead and circle some of the information about him. Go to home here, shapes, there we go, circle. So this is going to be a varsity match, so I'm going to circle varsity, and then I'm going to circle, this is number 2 singles. Also, let's say that Sam Red is a junior, and let's make Griff be a sophomore because he looks a little younger. Okay, so far so good. Before we get started, I'm going to explain something about this area right here, okay? We see the scoring just as if Sam is our home player, okay? So everything is in reference to Sam. So up here, if Sam wins and holds his first serve, we're going to put an H here. If he loses it, we're going to put a dash to show that it's empty. If Griff holds serve, we're going to put a dash here too, because in terms of our home player, he lost the game. Okay? And if our player loses a game, we'll put a dash. Now, if we ever get down to a tiebreaker or something like that, we'll use a W or an L, because you're not holding serve because the serve goes back and forth. It'll just be a win or a loss. Okay, so far so good. We're at 0-0. Let's go ahead and we'll start the match. Okay, it looks like Sam is going to be our first server, and so we'll just start tracking things. Okay, so we're going to put the pencil on. That was an unforced return of serve on his forehand side. And that was an unforced error on his backhand side. Okay, we have an approach shot winner for Sam, so let's go over here and we'll put a winner for approach shot. Forehand. Okay. Okay, so here's another winner. It was at the net forehand, so we're right here we're going to put at the net forehand. And now we got the other boy serving. And we got a double fault. So So we're going to put a double fault up here. And that was a forehand lob that went out. Unforced error. I'm going to give him a lob. Okay, so Griff had an approach shot, forehand that went out, so we're going to mark it right here. Oh, okay, and finally we've got an unforced error on Sam's side, and it was a forehand from the baseline. That's pretty good. It was kind of an approach shot winner. So let's go ahead, forehand approach shot winner. We'll put that one in there. And there's a baseline error with his forehand. And a return of serve on his forehand side. And we've got a winner overhead for Sam. And now Griff serving again. And there's a winner from the baseline with his backhand. Let's do that again. And a winner from the net, forehand. Okay. Okay, we got another return of serve error up here on the forehand side. Another forehand error on the baseline. All right. Now we got a picture in the background. Let's go ahead and talk about this just for a second, okay? So if the players are hitting from the baseline here, it's obviously going to be a baseline unforced error or a baseline winner. If he's hitting from this range right here, where you're in the midcourt, this is approach shots. So approach shot winners, approach shot errors and stuff are going to be recorded here. So this is all the errors, this is all the winners, okay? And then if you get to the net, which is from here up to the net, then we count that as net points, and you have a choice of overheads, forehands, and backhands if there are winners or losers in there. I want to point out also that a lot of times we also fill out this information. It's called the opponent at the net. So if the opponent is at the net when this person hits an error, then I want to record that also, because that indicates whether or not pressure on the opponent makes them cause the error. So there you have it. When you're done with everything, a couple of things. One, when you're done with the first set, which we pretty much are with this set, then come up here. Well, no, come up here. And take your pencil and draw a line down here. And what this will do, this will show us where the first set ended, and then we can see where the second set stats begin. So with high school tennis, we have the best of 3 sets. So it is possible to go 3 sets here. So, leave as much space as you can here. When you're all done with that, then go ahead and also total up things. So I'll show you what I mean here. So you'll come over to here and you'll put in 2. Then over here, you're going to put 3, and then 1, and just total everything up right here. Also total up the column opponent at the net. So this gets us a complete picture of whether or not the opponent was at the net. When you're done with that, also come up here to the set score and put in the set score. This one happened to go 6-0, as you can imagine, and so we'll put that 6-0. Oops, I should have put that 0 over further, but you get the idea. So just a nice filled out thing. Fill in the blanks. All right, that's all I have.